welcome back to my channel and for another video. Thank you for my returning subscribers for returning. Hello everyone, my Enquiries Beauty. In today's video I'm going to be doing a postpartum journey. Now I've never done one of these before on my channel, so I thought I'd do one for you all today. So I hope you all enjoy today's video. Please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to the channel. Please make sure the notification bell is on before you leave, and let's go straight into the video. So today I thought I'd do a postpartum journey on just after the C-section I had with Axel, where I've never did this sort of type of video after having Arlo because I didn't really need to, because my postpartum was quite simple and it was just a normal natural birth and I didn't really need to do anything after that. I could just carry on normal, where this time round it's a lot more different. So I'm gonna tell you all about it. And I've written quite a few things down to talk to you about. So, first of all, with Axel, I found out in December that I was breech. Now, they weren't really too concerned at this was December 2021. Now, they weren't concerned at all about this at the time. When it came to a growth scan in, I think it was January, start of February time, they were a bit concerned because he was still breech and they wanted to see what would happen next before I gave birth. So basically they obviously had to do growth scans and things like that. They had to go through options with me literally like the week or two before having him. But I chose to have a C-section because it's just a safer way of getting a breech baby out. And my midwife was really, really supportive about it. And she knew I was doing the right thing. So when it came to Axel's delivery, there's no complications. I did lose quite a lot of blood, but they gave it back to me. I think I lost about 500 millilitres. But they managed to give it back to me within my tubes, a cannula in my hand. So that happened. And then it started with, obviously I couldn't feel my legs or my feet for up to 6 hours prior to the epidural and prior to having a C-section. And then once I could feel my legs and everything, I was able to move them and, you know, be able to sit comfortably and things like that without feeling in a lot of pain. So that was quite easy going. So I was led there in bed, chilled out. The nurses managed to get me out of bed at midnight. So this was literally like the day running up to me going home. So that would have been the 24th of February 2022. And yeah, managed to get me out that night. I managed to go from the bed to the chair and then from the chair back to bed. And I had to take my time doing so, otherwise I could have hurt myself in any way. And I managed to dress myself as well in pyjamas, which I was quite impressed with. They had to make sure I had to go for a wee, and you have to do a certain amount of litres before you can go, because they're worried if you do not urinate as much as you're supposed to be, there could be a problem with your bladder. But there wasn't, and I managed to literally go home that day on the 24th of February, so I was only in hospital for a whole day. When I got home, obviously I had to rest. I wasn't allowed to do heavy lifting, and I weren't allowed to do bending either. I weren't allowed to do cleaning and things like that, so it was pretty hard for the first 6 weeks of not being able to do the usual day-to-day jobs that I'd normally do. It was really hard for me because obviously I wasn't able to help my partner out as much as I can now. But I felt so bad for him doing literally everything. But yeah, and then after the first 6 weeks I was able to go out for longer walks. I was able to do a little bit more of heavy lifting. I was allowed to bend, but it was hard when bending because I had pain in my legs from where I was bending because my back was basically carrying all the weight from just the pain in my scar. But now it's easy to bend and I don't feel that pain anymore. It was just my legs were going back to normal from obviously where I couldn't feel them for so long. So after the 6 weeks, it managed to get easier as the days went on. I am now over 3 months postpartum now, because Axel's going to be 4 months literally in about a week or two now. I can pretty much do anything, but I do still go careful on what I do because it could trigger the pain in my scar, and it can get sore if I don't go careful. And considering with my scoliosis on my back, that can also cause pain as well. There are my good and bad days. So my good days as well have no pain, my scar's not sore or anything like that, my back's alright and it doesn't cause me any like pain or irritation or anything like that. But with my bad days, where I get pain from my scoliosis on my back and pain in my scar, I have to make sure that I rest up, because if I don't and I overdo it again, it can then cause more pain and the pain could go on going for days. But there are obviously ways that I can manage this pain. I can use a heat pad on my back, I can use a hot shower for my scar, I can take painkillers to help, but that helps with the toleration of the pain. But with my scar at the moment, it is healing really nice. It still looks red from where obviously all your insides are still healing and things like that. And I can now look at it without feeling squirmish. Is that the word? Squirmish? I used to feel really squirmish just looking at it, thinking, oh my god, like a baby came out of me that way. And I used to never be able to touch it because it was that sore, but now I can still touch it, but like it's sensitive when I touch it, because obviously everything's still going back into place and healing, which is what I want it to do. Because of doing that, I'm now over 3 months postpartum. I am feeling more motivated to do a lot more things and to be able to get everything back on track. So like my social media, which is my Instagram and TikTok, I wasn't as motivated to do it while resting at 6 weeks. YouTube, I had 6 weeks worth of videos and that were pretty much going up while I was recovering, so I was like ahead of my schedule, which is what I wanted, because I did that not long before I gave birth to Axel, so I had that all sorted. But I'm back on track with YouTube now. I'm like 2-3 weeks ahead of myself. Instagram I'm still working on it, but I am trying to post as much as possible. TikTok is literally almost every single day, and I'm growing on Instagram and TikTok as much as possible, and YouTube is still a slow game at the minute. I still have a long way to go, which is fine because I could take my time in resting, I could take my time in doing things, and just because everybody else can do it don't mean I can still. But I am trying to look after myself, look after my body. I'm starting to eat more healthily now, which is good. I'm starting to get all the nutrition in. I'm not like having like fatty foods as much anymore, and things like that. Like I'm starting to look after my body. I'm doing like walking like 2-3 times a week, like walking Arlo to nursery, walking to the shop, walking around town and things like that. Like that is like helping me become stronger with my back and my scar, and is making me more motivated. It could take up to 6 to 12 months just to be fully, recovered and for your scar to be alright, because they say after like 6 to 12 months they say you can have another baby, and obviously they say that once you've had a C-section you're prior to having one again. So after one C-section, you're probably going to most likely have another one. But luckily with Arlo, that was a natural birth, and Axel was a C-section, so it could happen to anyone. But everyone's C-section is different, and also their recovery time as well was also different. It depends how quick your body can heal. If it heals fast, then that's a bonus. If it don't, then you've got all the time in the world, and you just sit back, relax, and do what you feel like you can do. And if you feel like you can't do those things, then don't worry, you could try them again when you're feeling up to it. So yeah, that is my postpartum journey from 6 weeks to just over 3 months. So I hope you all enjoyed today's video. Please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to the channel. Please make sure the notification bell is on before you leave, and I'll see you soon for another video. Love to all. Bye guys.